Welcome to the Selkirk Curling Club. It is the Sunrise Morning Draw brought to you by Sunrise Credit Union, the 2022 Viterra Championship, the Manitoba Men's Curling Championship. First rock just underway. Jacques Gauthier and his team playing the Corey Chambers team from Fort Garry. Chambers won the draw to the button. In fact, in this instance today, it was a draw to the edge of the forefoot. Chambers bit the edge of the forefoot circle, and that's all he had to do to win hammer on this day. I hope that's not an indication, Keith, of the level of precision that we're going to see throughout this game. Resby Coots here with you, along with Keith Johnston. And Keith is going to give you insightful commentary on the strategy as the game goes along, and we'll just do our job here of letting you know who's throwing what color and what direction they're throwing them. Good morning, Keith.
Good morning, Resby. We're down to our final eight. B-side game here. Unfortunately, we'll eliminate one of these two teams. Playoffs started last night with our final eight. Just a great group of 8 teams out there. And anybody can win this weekend.
A group of young teams. We don't see any of the veteran competitors usually in this round of 8. One of the older teams sneaks through, but when you're talking about Mike McEwen and Jason Gunlickson as being the two old guys in the group, you know that there has been a transition to the young teams, and obviously one of them being Jacques Gauthier, the actually still reigning World Junior Champion, winner of the World Junior Championship back in 2020, and because there wasn't a World Championship in 2021, he will be the World Junior Champion until such time as that next event takes place. And while I haven't checked the record books, I'm not sure if you would ever find a World Junior Champion who was also a provincial men's champion at the same time. Coincidence of timing, obviously.
And they're playing a Corey Chambers team. Fell to the B-side early, had to win 3 elimination games just to qualify. Last night, lost a very difficult extra end game to number 1 seed Mike McEwen, with McEwen stealing a rock in the extra end. So Chambers team probably happy with the way they're playing right now as well.
We had Corey in our game yesterday morning and put on a good show. This draw format, original group of 28 has been winnowed down to a group of 8. William Lyburn is playing Colton Lott in an A-side game in the playoff round. Mike McEwen, as Keith has mentioned, won last night. He advanced against Braden Calvert, 2015 World Junior Champion. Those 2 games are on the A-side, Lyburn Lott. Calvert, McEwen, the winners this morning, advance into tomorrow's Page Playoff Championship round. On the B side, Ryan Weeb, Jason Gunlickson, Jacques Gauthier, Corey Chambers. These are elimination games on the B side of the playoff round.
Hard line. Hard, Phil. Hard.
Stu Shields, Julian Leduc, sweeping there, trying to play that tap back to the red Gauthier. Stone biting the button.
Good control.
Good start here for the Gauthier team. They have the center guard up and managed to get a rock to the forefoot.
Whoa, Queen. Whoa, Queen. Queen. Yep, yep. Yep, hard.
The second is Braden Payette.
My bad.
Little over curl, maybe a little bit underweight, hits and rolls out. Devin Weeb, the second for Corey Chambers with his second rock of this opening end.
Good. Hard. Whoa, 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 whoa. Good throw.
Nice lightweight top back hit.
Nice shot.
Does roll a little bit open. We'll see Gauthier try to bump and roll. Maybe everybody's indicating no, he wants to bump and roll behind that center guard.
Whoa. Cool. Cool a bit. Yep. Good.
Wanted that little roll behind. He leaves it wide open, and Corey Chambers had asked his third, Julian Leduc, to play a roll to the open side.
Clean. Yep. Yes. Whoa. 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 Two. Two. Punch. Whoa. Whoa. Normal.
Corey Chambers and his Fort Garry team throwing the Yellowstones. Pretty conservative kind of call in the first end, Keith, to hit and roll to the open spot rather than trying to flop behind.
Right to it, right to it, right to it. Nice roll.
Roll was going to be difficult. Could see probably the whole rock. Not a lot of daylight.
Control.
Chance to roll open, keep it a little bit wide open. Give everybody a chance to kind of get their legs under them. This elimination game.
Whoa. Yep. Hard. Hard.
Stu Shield sweep.
Good, good.
As Keith mentioned, Corey Chambers playing Mike McEwen last night. That game went an extra end, a 4-3 score. All single points scored in that game, and that's something that Corey would want to change in this game, Keith. An opportunity to score a pair. He'll want to take advantage of, try to manufacture more than that if he can.
We talked a little bit about it yesterday. You have to take advantage of your opportunities at this level. There's not a lot of room for even really for half shots.
Quite often they're the ones that turn into that second point for the opponent. So this is Jacques Gauthier.
Yep, hard. Clean. Yep. Clean. Whoa. Off.
He'll hit and roll right out of play.
Corey now with last rock and 2 rocks to come will try and draw around the guard.
Guys like this? I don't mind it.
Like, how was mine? It's gonna be 6 feet as mine was there. On my split?
This is one of these
think
moments
the
you
pass
mentioned,
should be
chance
okay.
to be aggressive here in the first end.
Draw to the button.
So Corey Chambers confirms with his sweeper that the weight is the same as it was on the draw to the button.
Easy, easy. Whoa. What's there? Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Doesn't want to be heavy here.
Two. Hard. Gotta go. Go.
More than that, he wants to be buried.
Keep going.
Unfortunately, he didn't get either. A little deep and exposed.
Nice board. Same thing as Jordan's. Yeah, it was firm if anything actually. That ever look big to you? Yeah, hairless. I think you guys can hold it.
First end without last rock, no reason for Jock to do anything other than make a play on the stone.
And he'll try to roll under a little bit, or at least force Corey Chambers to make a shot with his last rock of the end.
Cool.
It's nicely past the guard. He gets the hit, rolls Open will roll right out of the rings, but hooks back. Is he biting? Is he not? The overhead shot would suggest not.
Looks like they think it's in.
Well, for sure, no point in taking a chance.
Until they hit it on the nose.
Until they hit it on the nose, exactly. That's the kind of half-shot miss that you don't want to make in a situation like this. Corey Chambers, the Fort Garry Curling Club, throwing the last shot of a pretty routine opening end.
Yep. Hard.
Kind of end both teams would be happy with, in fact, to get their feet under them in this important elimination game in the playoff round. Makes the hit, he rolls away, it is a blanked end. After the first completed end, we have no score. We'll be back with the second end from the Selkirk Curling Club in just a moment.
At Viterra, we believe in the power of connection. Our world-leading agriculture network connects producers and consumers to supply top-quality food ingredients each and every day. Our team takes great pride in working closely with farmers to help feed the world. It's something we've been doing for over 100 years. And as an industry leader, we're dedicated to playing a critical role in meeting the needs of a growing world. Because together, we're stronger and achieve more.
Easy, guys. Line's good. Line's good. Line's not a problem.
We're back in the Selkirk Curling Club, the Sunrise Morning Draw of the 2022 Viterra Manitoba Men's Curling Championship, brought to you by Sunrise Credit Union. A blanked first end. Gauthier goes to the 4-foot circle with first rock of Cole Chandler. Stu Shields is asked by Corey Chambers to set up the corner guard. Our game is brought to you by Sunrise Credit Union, building a brighter future together. Second rock of the end for Cole Chandler. He's asked to play a center guard.
Okay, line's nice. Foot center, really curling, guys. Jordan a bit, maybe. Jordan. Help him. Yep. Both. Keep going. Okay, good.
We would have liked another 6 inches of curl on that to get it cutting the center line.
Whoa. Clean. Yep. Whoa. Step. Okay, whoa. That's fine. Easy.
This is second Braden Payette.
Gotta go. Keep going. Hard shooter. Okay, nice weight.
Just over curls and roofs that center guard. Cole Chandler on the sweep there, but wasn't able to keep it straight. And Corey will now try to go behind that corner guard that was thrown as the first rock of the end by his Fort Garry team.
Still seeing a lot of curl in this ice. The terrific ice conditions. Ice maker Greg Owasco and his team have provided championship quality ice. The teams are able to make all the shots.
Whoa. Yep.
This one begins to go. He's going to have to work hard on the sweep to get it past that guard.
Hard! 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 Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Just by it, slides into the top of the 12-foot circle.
Very good position on that stone, nice and high behind that guard. Jacques Gauthier took a quick look over there, but
too early in the end to worry about it. He'll play the rock in the center of the rings and hope to get that half shot miss that will give him an opportunity.
Good weight call. First one was a 11, now was a 10. Good throw.
Devin Weeb.
Yep.
Situation here now, if
Whoa.
Chambers and Gauthier end up trading rocks, it's going to be the deuce that Chambers would have wanted to score starting this end.
Shot, Steph. Ernest. That one looked pretty good. Okay.
This is third Jordan Peters.
Gotta go! Okay, buddy.
And again, caught by that little bit of curl in the ice.
might have underthrown that just a little bit. Not sure if that was the weight Jacques was expecting.
First stone of the end for Julien Leduc. He will throw that out, turn draw, go into the open side.
Want to be at least T-line here. A little deeper, in fact.
But Corey Chambers' thought process here will be pretty simple. If we can just trade rocks over here, wide open, that one behind the corner guard is going to be the second point of the end. We'll see a little more weight on this rock, as you suggested on the previous. Jordan Peters with his second stone of the end. Yellow continues to lie shot rock behind the guard.
Just here. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yep.
Out-turn hit for Julien Leduc.
Hard. Hard, right to it. Right to it. Right to it. Good.
Nose hit biter.
Shot.
I'd say they have the house split.
It is very well split. Those rocks are right across from each other.
Normal.
Earlier in the end, closer to the center line.
Yeah. Yeah, they're running a little straight out.
Jacques was looking at nose hit, hoping for another nose hit to set up an angle for a possible double kill, but that's not going to happen now with the rock this far to the wings. So he needs to hit and roll into the center line, or toward the center line.
Important that he stick around here. Force the Chambers team to at least make a play on it.
But he will hit and roll away. And again, gives Corey the opportunity to throw the draw. It's coming to the home end. This is the direction they threw their draw to the button earlier in the game to determine who would have last rock. So have a good feel for what the draw weight is.
As my first one last time? Yeah. Looks like there's a scratch there, guys, in the 12 foot. Far 12 foot. Okay.
Corey with a chance here to draw to the open side. Really a textbook end here for the Chambers team.
It has gone very, very well after that draw behind the corner guard. A well-positioned corner guard and a exceptional draw behind it. It just haired past that guard. Stopped in the top of the 12-foot circle, well buried. And Gauthier has never had an opportunity to go after it.
Judge, guys.
So Corey Chamber does draw his rock to the open side, just deep of the tee line.
Okay, he's rolling out if we put it here, or we have to try the roll?
I think you just put it here. Just do that. Put it there, he's got such a little weight to roll that way.
Like the same weight then?
So Jacques Gauthier is forced here to hit the open rock, essentially concede the 2 points.
Normal, right on the snout.
And Chambers, having just made that draw, Gauthier will know that he's got a better chance of the half shot if he hits and sticks and forces Corey to a hit rather than a draw.
That was nice, normal, eh? Yeah, that was good. Yep. Really gotta go.
Final shot of the end for Jacques Gauthier.
Oh, I just copied that. Nice
Once again, perhaps caught a little bit by weight or curl, hits and rolls out, leaves Corey Chambers the same shot, draw to the tee line for his second point. Final shot of the second end, a draw for two in a very well curled end by the Chambers team. Set up, as we said earlier, by that draw behind the corner guard into the top corner of the 12-foot. Sweepers, Devin Weeb, Stu Shields, just a light dusting, and that rock will come to rest. Again, just deep of the tee line. Chambers and his Fort Garry team lead Jacques Gauthier and his team from the Assiniboine Memorial 2-0 after the second end. We'll be back with the third end from Selkirk in just a moment.
And the locker room celebrations are already underway, and they're going to be Be a player. Bet with Manitoba Sportsbook. Play now sports.
Line's a little tight.
We're back in the Selkirk Curling Club, and number 3 of our Sunrise Morning Draw, brought to you by Sunrise Credit Union.
All right, guys, come on.
Corey Chambers and his Fort Garry team scoring a deuce on the second end, and the opening rock of the end. Draw to set up centerline guard, comes a little deep into the rings. Now Cole Chandler is asked by Jacques Gauthier to throw that left-hander's in turn to the corner guard position. First rock of the last end by Stu Shields was that corner guard that in fact resulted in the score of 2 for the Chambers team.
Really curling. I didn't give him enough, sir. Good shot. How do I? Top 4. Stu, like, I think same. Remember, this one's little. This one's there, yeah.
Stu's rock coming to rest there in the 12-foot. Really doesn't help the Chambers team one way or the other. They'd have preferred a tight guard or perhaps to the 4-foot. They're going to try and come around it now.
Hard line.
Rock is not really threatening to the Gauthier team. I don't think they can make a play on it right away.
And Corey Chambers, in the manner of skips everywhere, taking over the sweeping when he knows that rock is going to come to rest where he wants it. Looks like he swept it to that spot. We kid, of course, but you being a skip yourself, Keith, you would understand that logic.
I think my team always appreciates a chance to see me out there with the broom.
Cole Chambers.
Just right off.
Cole Chandler with his second shot of the end, trying to play that run through, but over curls a little bit.
Kind of got stuck in between there a little bit. Could have got the hit and roll under that corner guard or made the double.
This is Devin Weeb.
Yep.
His first shot of this third end. Throwing the out-turn hit at that red rock just left in the top of the 12-foot.
Hard roll. Take it, good.
Nice hit and roll back to the center line. And Gauthier will try to play the run through. His second is Braden Payette.
Yep, right to it. Hard. Sit.
And once
Great
again,
throw.
just over
Really
curls
good
that
throw.
little bit.
Got a lot more curl out of that rock than they were expecting. We've seen earlier in the week where any kind of that up weight was just kind of holding the line there. Keep an eye on that.
Devin Weeb, Corey Chambers, having seen the corner guard score him a deuce on that second end, isn't going to allow Jacques Gauthier the same opportunity, removes the corner guard.
Okay, buddy.
You can see here, rather than hit this way down to a blank end, Gauthier team still trying to get a corner guard, perhaps a nose hit out of the Chambers team.
Normal little up. I don't want to just sit there.
But
Rock.
did slide deeper than he wanted it. This is third, Julien Leduc.
Whoa.
And you heard Corey Chambers say he doesn't want to sit there. He wants to hit. He wants to roll to center. He'd rather roll out a play completely than stick.
Hard. Good.
Chambers team looks very sharp here early on.
Playing very well.
If they go nose, they're out of the house. You like that, or you like trying to roll there? This is probably the call. Kind of have to play this way. I don't really know this way. Yeah. Control.
Jacques Gauthier here now with a chance. Try and play a quiet hit on that rock in the 4-foot. try and roll under the Chambers rock up in the 12-foot. Anything really now to try and generate 2 points.
Yeah, you heard him ask the question, do we hit that on the nose, hoping to get another nose hit and then have the corner guard to, but he's elected to play the hit and roll.
Okay. That was a great sweep to even get it close.
Just having trouble getting the line and the weight meshed together here early in the game. Huge opportunity here for the Chambers team with the second of third stones on the third end.
Okay, lines a shade tight. Just Devin, just Devin. Stu. Hard. Really light. Oh, man. Well, we'll leave it high. It's not going to guard it.
And just sufficient amount of focus on the line there that they lost track of the fact that the weight wasn't near what it needed to be. Needed to get that rock to the center line. He really wanted it to be in the front of the rings.
This late in the end, Chambers team with a rock on the top of the button there had a very good opportunity to perhaps set up a steal.
Yep.
Third Jordan Peters, his second stone of this third end.
Yep. Whoa. Braden. Okay, straight on the nose. That's fine. Wait, was good.
And gets the nose hit. He was content with a roll either way off of that.
Control.
You get the sense in just hearing Jacques' comments out there, they're, as you say, they're just really struggling to kind of get that feel down right now.
I think I like the 8, actually.
Corey Chambers in the hack for his first shot of the third. A hit, open hit, rock in the button.
Yep. Oh, yes. Hard.
Again, a little more curl than anticipated. Over curls and does roll to the wings, leaves him second shot. 2 split. They're in a position now at minimum to force Gauthier to take a single point.
And he doesn't stick it, we get the blank. I just don't know if we can get there with that guard, you know? Yeah. Like, I think if we want to get here, we'd have to take about here. I mean, it's probably close. What do you think? It's really tough. I don't know if I see it. That's the problem. Like, I only have to be full 12 to be shot, right?
The concern, as Jacques indicated, was that guard that sits just
really
up behind
it's
Corey
just
Chambers'
there,
name on that
I don't know if it's worth playing.
signboard at the top.
You also play
Whether
the
that
hit and
is in
roll.
the path to get
We might
to
have a double for the blank.
the position behind that corner guard or that corner biter.
And if we roll over there,
It's really in a spot where
we're kind of
Gauthier
forced here
team
regardless
can't
of it.
really
No
take
matter
advantage
what,
of it.
I think it's really good.
It's so high that even if he does make the good draw,
I was giving Cole here.
feels the Chambers team can probably get at it. But I think at this point, rather than accept a force, might as well bury a rock around a guard and force your opponent to make a shot.
I was seeing like that.
So they talked about a number of options, one of them being to play the roll off that rock biting in the top of the 12th circle. But
That draw through the hole is. Yeah, I think we're forced anyway, and the draw is easier. There's no point in going super tilted here. He didn't throw that last intern very good. I wouldn't mind making him play that again.
super tilted being a generational
I'm
expression.
I'm going to say you may be close enough in the generation to understand, but I'm definitely not close enough in the generation. Jacques, as he stood in the hack, still wanted to look at that out-turn draw past that high corner guard, but he just knows it might be the kind of shot you could make if you had to make it sometime later in the game. But this early in the game, not the right call, so he'll just go with that in-turn draw, try to get fully buried behind that guard that's 8 inches off the center line.
Go, 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 go. Keep going, keep going.
They have to work it hard to get it there.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. Perfect.
And takes count,
What's that?
out counts both of the Yellowstones,
Yeah, that's tempting.
but more than half open on the center line side.
Gave Jacques a chance to get a feel for
like
draw weight through there. Most likely faced with a draw here with his last rock.
The draw is kind of tempting. Yeah. Well, force here is great.
You heard Corey say the draw is kind of tempting. Again, an opportunity in a different situation later in the game where that draw would be played with an attempt to steal the point, but he'll be happy now with a hit on the red, roll back to the center line to make the draw for Jacques Gauthier a little more difficult. Stu Shields exhorted to sweep. He does get the hit and roll a little too far. He leaves Jacques the same draw as last time. He'll throw the in-turn draw following the same path he just threw. Needs to be full in the 12-foot circle to beat the 3 Yellowstones all biting.
Mission accomplished if you're the Chambers team. Another well-played end.
There's 2 ends in a row that have been executed very well by Chambers. Deuce on the second, now forcing Gauthier to a single here on the third end. Last rock of the end underway, an in-turn draw. Hint from the sweepers, it may be a little hot. He's got to get it to curl past that yellow rock in the top of the rings. He does bump, pushes it into the 8-foot circle for a steal of 1. Corey Chambers and his Fort Garry team lead. Jacques Gauthier and Assiniboine Memorial team 3-zip after 3. We'll be back with the 4th end in just a moment.
Half a century and 20 stores after they opened their first store, McMunn & Yates is still in your neighborhood. Getting involved, supporting consumer and contractor alike. A community building, helping build communities. McMunn & Yates, make it better.
We're back in the Selkirk Curling Club. It is the Sunrise Morning Draw brought to you by Sunrise Credit Union, a B-side playoff round elimination game in our feature game between Corey Chambers and Jacques Gauthier. Chambers a steal of 1 in the third end to lead 3-0. We have 3 other playoff round games underway. Resby Coots with you with Keith Johnson. And Keith, what's going on in those other 3 games?
Over on the A side of the playoff draw, Braden Calvert currently up 1-0. They're playing the third end. Willie Lyburn is down 3-0 to Colton Lott. Lot team playing very well. Those two teams, winner of those two games, will play in the 1-versus-1 game tonight. And over on the B side, Sheet D, the Ryan Weeb team currently ahead of Jason Gunlison 1-0. They're also playing in the third end.
So back in our game, you saw the first rock of the end by the Chambers team slide through the back of the rings, and Jacques Gauthier creating the corner guard. Keith down 3, still really early in the game, but you have a sense that Jacques is going to have to try to make something happen. It's not happening automatically and routinely for them this morning. They got to find a way to make it happen.
They're definitely fighting it. We've seen several rocks now where they're kind of fighting the weight, fighting the line, and so on. Jacques doesn't want this to get away from him this early. You can see here they're electing to draw around the corner guard. Could have thrown a second corner guard up, in fact, and really got aggressive in this end.
Line's good, all you. Line's great. It should bust at the end. Line's good. 15-4. Line's good.
Braden Payette and Jordan Peters are the sweepers.
Yep. Keep going. Great shot. Attaboy. Beauty.
That rock will be partially open from the far end. He has taken advantage of his corner guard, but not as good a shot behind the corner guard as was made on the second end by the Chambers team when they got dead behind and in the top of the 12-foot.
It's always been a game of inches. Chambers team now with a chance to make a play on this, roll towards the 4-foot.
Hard. Whoa.
Tight to the guard, but by it, and he does make the contact. Rolls corner of the 4-foot.
Thought Jock might have thrown a second corner guard here in this end. Kind of suggests really just trying to get a deuce here and still keep it open.
Control.
So he asked his second, Braden Payette, to play the hit and the roll, try to get more perfectly buried behind the corner guard by rolling there. And once again, we can see it over curling. He'll hit and roll out. He does remove the one Yellowstone from play. And gives Chambers the opportunity to remove the corner guard with his second man, Devin Weeb.
Yep. Clean. Yep. Hard. Go.
Rolls almost out of play.
Switch a little, boys. Cold.
Jock ignoring that rock in the 4-foot, down 3. Still looking for a miss from the Chambers team.
They almost got it with that last rock. It rolled right across the rings. It's not really going to come into play, that wide corner guard. Julian Leduc. Try to get a little less of the rock so they don't have to sweep as hard to get it out of play.
Jacques taking a look over behind that rock a couple of times now. Really not a lot of room there to hide a rock.
He really does want to use it, but it's to be behind it, it would be just a very small bite and probably still be open from the hack.
Stay close for line.
But we are going to
Yep,
find
line.
out because he is playing that
Line's
in-turn
good.
draw behind
Line's
that
good. Stay close though.
yellow
Line
rock
right out of
that's
range here, boys.
less than a
Yep.
foot off the rings or off the wall.
Whoa, 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 whoa. It just has to stop. It has to stop. Is that any good? Shot.
It's buried behind the corner guard.
It is buried behind. It is that very small biter, as we said.
Perhaps the break they were looking for. Chambers team will try and run this rock right through.
He'll either get the run through from Julian Leduc or he'll hit and roll to the top of the rings. Cross the center line.
Good throw, Jules.
And does rule right out of play. Wonderful draw by the Gauthier team to put that biter behind that corner guard.
Right control.
Credit the brushers as well. They're just terrific judgment.
Excellent team shot.
Clean.
Third Jordan Peterson. They have to take advantage now.
Clean. Whoa.
Cannot afford to have the half shot hit and roll out that they've had a few times.
You can go, Cole. Okay, nice weight.
And
Good
they
weight
do-
control there. Appropriate for that shot.
They do get the nose hit. There's no double.
Yeah.
But Corey will try to hit and roll over toward the biter side so that possibly there'll be a double opportunity with the next shot.
Trying to see if we go nose. Sorry? Try to nose it, and if he noses back, we'll have a shot at it. Yeah.
Corey suggesting an exchange of nose hits here could leave him with an opportunity for a double with his last rock.
Whoa. 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 Yep.
Well, definitely it would move the second one up about a foot and a half, and that would definitely be the angle you'd want for double kill. Does get the nose hit, or near nose hit.
I like this out turn, I think.
Jacques may try and
Same way you had.
roll a little bit here to the right. Judging by his broom there, he looked like he was comfortable with a nose hit. Corey will definitely take on a double.
I'm going to try and throw the same weight. I think we have to roll a little bit your way, Braden, but nose is still a tough double at least. Yeah, it's impossible. Maybe a shade left. Yeah, it's closer to what I had.
His first shot of this fourth end. Says a nose hit sets up a tough double. Still most likely wants to roll a little bit across the center. In fact, we'll roll back and right out of play.
Normal.
You could see there the way Jacques' rock came off that I think there actually was a very good chance the double was in play had he made the nose hit. Matters not.
I'm going to throw normal. Yeah, normal.
Corey Chambers with his last rock, an opportunity to remove that biter. Exceptional shot thrown behind the corner guard by the Gauthier team, and if Chambers can make this shot, that goes for naught.
Hard! Hard!
Keeping a close eye on it, but very close to hitting the wall first, but did not. And so a lost opportunity for Jacques Gauthier and his team from Assiniboine Memorial. As they throw their rock through, it is 3-0 for Chambers of the Fort Garry Curling Club over Jacques Gauthier and his team from Assiniboine Memorial after 4 completed ends. We'll be back with the 5th end momentarily.
If you grow up in a small town in this part of the world, you basically learn how to curl real young. The kids and even adults who didn't have a place to go because so many facilities were closed. So people started gravitating to our rink and coming out and skating, curling. It became a place to come every weekend for so many families. We would see upwards of 70 people coming and going, on a given Saturday or Sunday. I think it means a huge amount to so many people. It's an opportunity for friends, family, everybody to get together, have some fun.
Jules is in. Jules is in. It's going to cross. Hard. Hard, guys.
Resby Coots and Keith Johnson back with you in the Selkirk Curling Club. It is the Sunrise Morning Draw brought to you by Sunrise Credit Union. Missed opportunity for Jacques Gauthier and his team had made a fine biter draw behind a corner guard. Were not able to bring that second point into play, ended up blanking the end on the 4th, and Chambers leads Gauthier 3-0 after 4 completed ends. Playing in the 5th, first rock of the end goes into the 4-foot circle, and Gauthier asks Cole Chambers again to start the corner guard to see if they can't build an end again. He'd be happy after that end to be happy to score a deuce to get on the scoreboard.
And I think for the Chambers team, being the 5th end, they'd be happy to force a score here. And the way teams now manage scoring, working back from the 10th end, they'd love to have the hammer and a lead going into that 6th end.
Along with Sunrise Credit Union, our sponsors are Viterra, the title sponsor of the event, Dynasty Curling, and the event is also proudly brought to you by Manitoba Pork, an affordable powerhouse of nutrition.
This side is, yeah.
I think that side's slower too.
This T-line.
Cole Chandler is asked to play a draw to the rock in the 4-foot circle.
Line's good.
Cole can see maybe half the
Line's
rock.
good. Okay, low, easy. Try to move a bit. Line's good, line's good, line's good. Line's great. Line's perfect. Line's perfect. You can tap. Go ahead, Jordan. Yep, hard Jordan, hard Jordan, hard Jordan. Good shot, attaboy. Beauty. Good man, I'm just gonna
Jacques is indicating that he's willing to become a little more aggressive now. The opening 4 ends haven't gone quite the way he wants. They haven't been getting the accuracy they would want on their hits and rolls, so I'm going to go to a draw game early in this end to see if he can't build an end that way.
take a look. Whoa.
Second, Devin Weeb.
Oh.
Well, it wasn't bad there. I just think maybe just a touch wide and couldn't get the curl they needed.
Little tap again, it's fine.
Gauthier team here will be patient and just try and move the rocks around a little bit.
All you guys.
As long as they've got a center guard to work with and a rock in the back of the forefoot to act as a backer. Some rocks in the front of the forefoot this early in the end are very much to Jacques Gauthier's liking.
Keep going. Keep going. Curl a bit, curl a bit, curl a bit, curl a bit. Great sweep. Great sweep. Good shot, buddy. Out. Okay.
And while he was happy with the center guard early in the end, Corey Chambers now saying, let's just run that straight through. Get rid of it. Rolls over to the corner guard position, a foot and a half off the center line, covering his own rock in the edge of the forefoot.
Like that. I don't know if I love guarding. This one, I think the rocks are lively enough. This is going to go lots of times. That's why I kind of think we might have to move something around a little bit. My first thought was freeze. I just think most times you're over curling. I don't know if that's all that bad. You don't want to leave a triple, though. I don't know. I think this is the call. Lots of good stuff. If you tap it a little on the inside, you lock that, that's good. Just tap and roll to here. Even if you put that back here somewhere, that's fine. I think just like back four, T-line.
Chalk with an opportunity now here with last rock. A couple of ways they could approach it, of course. Could throw a guard and protect the shot rock. Choosing to play in the rings.
As you heard, an excellent explanation, and he wants to does want to get that little tap as well to set up a freeze. The one thing we talked about generational communication, Keith. One thing, no matter what generation, you never want to set up a triple kill.
Hard line. Hard line.
And with the way these young teams now, the way they throw the hits, they will recognize a triple and take full advantage.
Well, yeah, they understand the angles, and they also know these rocks are that lively that you get that contact.
Okay, that's not bad. Good sweep, guys.
Brand new stones this year, Curl Manitoba stones. Saw their first action earlier in the season at the Scotties.
Digging like real thin.
That old set of Manitoba Curling Association rocks were famous across the country, but got to the point where they'd been used and reused and so much that they just were no longer serviceable.
Whoa.
This is Julian the Duke.
Just came out firing really there. Perhaps a little full to the broom.
Gauthier's building an end here that sooner or later he's got to figure out how to get rid of a couple of Yellowstones.
Still don't know if there's a triple if we go here. I think so. He's got a blast. Think he wanted to be behind this. That leaves a triple. Gotta be deeper than top 8. Deeper, yeah. If you're here, that's the triple. Anything back here, you should be fine. This will move.
They play the outturn draw. Going across behind a corner guard.
Line's a little tight.
And as you heard the conversation, just positioning in the rings, key to not setting up a triple kill.
Line's good. gonna peek out, but that's fine. Just get a tee, guys. Get a tee. Get a tee, boys.
Just past that corner guard, he wants to get to the tee line.
Great job, Braden. Great shot. Beauty. Oh, sorry, buddy.
And deep enough in the rings that it wouldn't appear that he's created any triple kill opportunity.
Might see them make a play here. On that top one, it looks like Corey.
We got loads of time.
Could get a few rocks moving.
Like, what's that? I am not leaving. No. This is really good. Yeah. I don't think we have anything else. This rock's in too good of a spot. Yep. I'd spin a hair there. That's way better.
Chance to hit that
Make
Goche
sure you kill
stone
two.
on the left.
You gotta kill two here. You kill two, I kill two, he gets two.
Simple math. You kill two, I kill two, he gets two.
Throw the end. Yeah. We have to throw the end. It's the only way this is going out.
Try the intern double with the Goche rock on the left-hand side. Chance to remove a couple of rocks and leave their couple of chamber rocks in play.
Stu! Hard! Beauty.
Makes the contact he wants. He leaves 3 yellow stones in the rings. I think he's not sure if he's surprised by that, but he's certainly delighted by the fact that he didn't remove that rock on the left side of the 4-foot.
It's probably normal. Normal, a hair high. Nose is fine.
Time for Jacques to start moving around the chambers rocks. Eliminate a couple here maybe with a good hit and maybe roll under that corner guard.
Yep. Well. Yep.
Jordan Peters, second shot of this end. Can't overcurl the nose. He gets hit. He gets that double kill. He rolls all 3.
Great shot.
Sticks that yellow in the back of the 8-foot circle, but it's now a pretty lonely yellow rock with 3 reds in play.
Very good result there for the Goche team.
I don't love the freeze. I don't hate this. Oh, it's going low a bit for sure. It's going low.
Going low, chance to get rid of a couple of rocks.
Action on this, the three's at least open, he's getting 2. I like it. I think this will run. I think it will, yeah.
The question in their mind is where will the shooter go, or not the shooter, but the rock on the top of the 12-foot. Where does it go if you make contact on the 2 in the behind the corner guard? Probably rolls back to center. But as you've heard Corey Chambers throughout this end, I think he's content, not happy, but accept the fact that he may have to give up a pair here. Been a lot of red rocks in play, so if he can hold it to 2, he'd call it success at this point. Corey Chambers, out-turn hit, wants to split the rock in the top 12-foot across, try to contact a pair over in the corner. Little too high side, didn't get enough of the rock.
It was unfortunate there. There was a couple of different combinations where they could have gotten rid of 2 Goche stones. Definitely brings a 3 into play now.
I'll be in the 10-7 ballpark.
here's the situation that Gauthier and his team have found themselves in a few times, where these kinds of hits, they just haven't curled up the way they wanted to, or have over curled and rolled away. He doesn't want to be nose hit. He wants to roll a little bit to the outside.
5'11". I think you guys can really hold it now. So.
Gauthier's first rock of this fifth end. Looking for a hit and a little bit of a roll to the outside. Again, he can't get the weight and the ice together. He hits and rolls out of play. Chambers will hit the open rock, content to give up two.
As you suggested, Corey, not disappointed, giving up two here in this situation.
Need more.
Take the lead and the last rock to the sixth end.
Just ripping it. Clean. Clean. Clean.
And he does hit and roll away, leaving Gauthier an open draw to the rings for a second point.
Important here for Jacques to try and forget that miss. Couple of hits in this game so far he's not happy with. This is a key shot here at this point in the game.
Interesting that an open draw to the rings would be a key shot, but yet I think part of Corey's logic was that he just knows that Jacques is kind of fighting it a little bit here through these last two or three ends, and who knows whether or not this draw just might slide a little bit deep. But his sweepers are not working over hard on it. Will slide into the rings, into the 8-foot, into the 4-foot, and stops on the tee line, biting the button. It is 3-2, Corey Chambers over Jacques Gauthier after 5 completed ends in our game from the Selkirk Curling Club. We'll be back with the next end in just a moment.
At Viterra, we believe in the power of connection. Our world-leading agriculture network connects producers and consumers to supply top-quality food ingredients each and every day. Our team takes great pride in working closely with farmers to help feed the world. It's something we've been doing for over 100 years. And as an industry leader, we're dedicated to playing a critical role in meeting the needs of a growing world. Because together, we're stronger and achieve more.
And the locker room celebrations are already underway, and they're going to be
Be a player. Bet with Manitoba Sportsbook. Play Now Sports.
Asham Curling Supply.
Superior fit, comfort, and performance. Asham curling shoes are the best we've ever used.
Hi folks, I'm Arnold Asham, and our product is always satisfaction guaranteed or your money back.
Asham Curling Supplies.
That's your best delivery of the day.
Eat.
Meat.
Stay. Canad Inn's destination centers are your home for hospitality, with 10 locations in Manitoba and 1 in North Dakota, featuring the finest in accommodations, food and beverage, entertainment, banquet and conference facilities, and so much more. For the best service and best value, your only stop is Canad Inns. Call today at 1-888-33-CANAD or visit us right now at canadinns.com.
Half a century and 20 stores after they opened their first store, McMunn and Yates is still in your neighborhood. Getting involved, supporting consumer and contractor alike. A community building, helping build communities. McMunn and Yates, make it better.
It means coming together, helping one another, being there, showing support. That's community. Getting together with your chums you want to curl with.
It's important to volunteer, help out as much as we can.
I love curling.
I love curling.
Why not? Just watch. Why not? Keep scrolling, I slide. Why not?
As a broadcaster and Hall of Fame football player, I'm constantly in the lab of life. For 15 years, my friends at Knott Auto Corp have been pioneers as well.
Why not?
Introducing Winnipeg Car Lab, custom car wraps, graphics, and auto
Why
services.
not?
Winnipeg, why not get in the lab?
RME, proud sponsor of Curl Manitoba and the Scotties Women's Provincials. With 10 locations in Manitoba, RME is your preferred Case IH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.
Right. Nope. Right.
We're back from the fifth end break. We're in the Selkirk Curling Club. It is the 2022 Viterra Curling Championship, Manitoba Men's Championship, the Sunrise Morning Draw, brought to you by Sunrise Credit Union. Jacques Gauthier, bit of struggles through the opening ends, but scores a deuce on end number 5. It is 3-2. Corey Chambers of Fort Garry over Jacques Gauthier and his team from Assiniboine Memorial. And with the first rock of the end, center guard by the Gauthier team. Not quite to the center line, but very usable guard.
I think the Corey Chambers team would be happy with their play to this point and feel like they still have control of this game.
They have played the top to bottom. If there were percentages being kept, that the Chambers team would be scored higher. They've played a very solid game. They got that deuce early. Got a break on a steal in the third end to put them up the point after 5 ends. They go around the corner or the center, sit on the button. And Jacques will ask Cole Chandler to draw to the face of that rock in the 4-foot. Credit Union, building a brighter future together.
Line's a little tight. Yeah, you can go if you can. Line's good. Line's great. All you guys, top 4. 15-6. Whoa, 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 whoa. Can't bounce. Can't bounce on this line. No, 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 no. Great shot. Attaboy. Yeah, it's almost one of those things I'd prefer to be actually on the outside.
Similar to the fifth end, Cole could see a good portion of that rock sometimes visually when you have to freeze to the face of a rock. Being able to just see a portion of it helps. And again, Cole made no mistake.
Stu Shields will follow. He'll play that little tap, move the yellow rock back to the back of the forefoot. Unlock them.
Top 8.
I texted him and I told him that he's got Callie with me. But I just
Okay, line's good.
Like, please,
Second Braden Piet.
Well then, gotta be a little separation between these.
You see how the game is played now at this level, Resby. A lot of positioning of stones up in front of the house now.
Line it up, close goal. Yep. Whoa. Good. Good manage. 15-4.
Then, as we saw in the earlier end, they not the least bit concerned with playing with a lot of rocks in the forefoot. Both red rocks go. Yellow rock rolls out the front corner, goes backwards, and one yellow stone left in the back 12 foot.
Coach team ignoring that stone. Chance to come around the center guard.
Jordan Peterson, the sweep there to bite corner of the forefoot behind the center guard. That center guard is just off center line, up that line. But not for long, as Corey Chambers asked for his second Devon Weeb to remove it. This is Jordan Peters, his first rock of the sixth end, to try to replace that center guard on the rock in the forefoot, biting the forefoot.
Braden. Good sweep, guys. Just gotta be tight.
Long center guard, he would have liked it a little tighter to the rings, would have liked it a little bit more across the center line, but it's a rock that will be left there as Julian the Duke is asked to remove the rock from the forefoot.
I think they're looking here for a quiet hit and roll. Sit to and maybe force Jacques to chase the rocks in the rings.
But he rolls out of play. He was only the one in the rings, and back 12 foot.
Cat really high
Long
behind
center
that.
guard.
Try this, maybe. Give him 25 feet. Light control or easy? Maybe light. Shouldn't do anything crazy. There's no control. Yeah. Clean.
This is Jacques saying, let's not give away an easy deuce here.
Exactly.
Hard. Hard.
They continue to be challenged by that
Good.
combination of ice and curl. This one just hangs on the back of the 12 foot. Julian Leduc, second of third stones here on the sixth end. Chambers with a 1-point lead. They'll remove that biter from the back of the rings.
You interfering with my guys, Stu?
You got the lower ground, but I think I might just take out the ankle.
Top 12.
And that's what Jacques was hoping for when he played the hit on the rock in the back of the 12 foot. He was hoping for the rings to be open when he came to throw his first rock. Now he can go to top 12 to take the most advantage of that center guard. The deeper it is, the easier it is for Corey Chambers to get at it past the guard.
I'd say full 12 is perfect, but let's just make sure we get the line right. Make it chase as hard as possible. Yeah, line's tight. You can't, Braden.
Slides into the top of the rings. He's going to come deeper than he wanted, and he's also going to come out on the other side.
Quite a bit deeper there with that long guard. Corey will have a chance here to play a quiet hit. Probably roll away from that spot.
Our sponsors are Sunrise Credit Union, Manitoba Pork, Dynasty Curling, and the title sponsor Viterra, helping farmers feed the world for 100 years and a very proud sponsor of the Viterra Championship. Corey Chambers, out-turn hit.
Does come up to the nose here. Jacques will have a chance to play a quiet hit and maybe roll a little bit towards that button. Again, the guard is quite high.
It's the amount of action we've got in this ice. The guard really isn't in play on a lightweight hit.
Yeah, like it should be pretty sweeper friendly.
Jacques Gauthier's final shot of the sixth. An out-turn hit, attempt to roll behind the center guard. Gets the nose hit. Opportunity for Corey Chambers to blank and go to the 7th with last rock and a 3-2 lead.
Nice way, eh? Yeah. No.
Final stone of the 6th end, Corey Chambers, an out-turn hit. Open in the edge of the 4-foot. And he gets the blank. Chambers leads 3-2 over Gauthier after 6 completed ends. We'll be back with end number 7 momentarily.
At Viterra, we believe in the power of connection. Our world-leading agriculture network connects producers and consumers to supply top-quality food ingredients each and every day. Our team takes great pride in working closely with farmers to help feed the world. It's something we've been doing for over 100 years. And as an industry leader, we're dedicated to playing a critical role in meeting the needs of a growing world. Because together, we're stronger and achieve more.
Back in the Selkirk Curling Club, the 2022 Viterra Championship. It is the Sunrise Morning Draw brought to you by Sunrise Credit Union. Resby Coots with Keith Johnson. It is the B-side elimination game on the playoff round of the Viterra Championship. And Keith, we've got 3 other games on the ice. What's going on there?
Over on the A side of the playoff draw, number 1 seed Mike McEwen currently leads by 1 over Braden Calvert. They're playing in the 6th end, Calvert with last rock. The Colton Lot train seems to be rolling a little bit right now. They are up 6-1 on Willie Lyburn as they move to the 6th end. And in our other B-side game, the number 2 seed Jason Gunlison is down 4-0 to Ryan Weeb. Weeb team stealing 3 consecutive ends to post a 4-point lead, now playing the 6th end.
Line's good.
It's the second meeting between Weeb and Gunlickson. We watched, in fact, we talked about Weeb and Gunlickson playing yesterday, and Weeb won that game, so no surprise perhaps that they're controlling the game again today. They seem to have had Gunlickson's number.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Okay, good manage, guys.
Gauthier with a pair of center guards playing here in the 7th end. Not yet able to remove center guards. Corey Chambers is going to go around them. Stu Shields, second shot of the 7th.
You can see Jacques now with the double guards on the center line. He's going to obviously try and push a little bit here now to try and get the game evened up.
And he draws to the T line behind that center guard, those 2 center guards. Braden Payette. He'll follow. Try to get to the face of the rock on the button.
Jordan, go ahead, yeah, try.
Trying to get it to curl over. He's going to rub it out into the open, roll into the open himself.
Roll in, I guess that curled.
Corey Chambers. He'll ask his second, Devin Weeb, to play on that red stone in the edge of the forefoot. In turn hit. Rock open in the side of the forefoot. Hits and rolls a little bit to the open side. Would have wanted either a little bit more roll open or some roll across in behind. It leaves Corey Chambers or Jacques Gauthier the opportunity to play the hit and roll to the center line on the button. Second shot of the 7th for Braden Piat.
Jordan! Just firm. Okay, buddy.
Hits and rolls out. And finally now, Chambers has the opportunity to try to remove the center guards. He'll try to remove the close one.
See about half the rock.
Just ticks off the top one.
Kind of an either or there.
Yeah, the preferred shot is to remove the close one, but as we've seen, the ones that are further out really are more mental hazard than anything else on rocks in the forefoot. But that tight one is the rock that Jordan Peters will try to get behind in the forefoot.
Line's good. Yep. Yep. Line's good. Yep, line. Hard. Hard. Gotta go.
Curlin tight to that guard, in fact, is going to rub it.
That's not bad. Tough double peel, actually.
Nothing wrong with still having a couple of guards there, but just not quite the weight that was needed to get into the top of the 8-foot, bite the 4-foot, which was the call.
Chambers team now going to try and eliminate both guards. To be careful here, this will come off. Could come off that second guard and head back into the corner with his 2 yellow rocks. But I think at this point, he'll be fine in opening up the center.
More interested in getting the center line clear, as you say, but he goes across the face of it, leaves the guard, but not on the center line. Two options: draw behind that red stone or play a hit and roll, but at this stage, Gauthier is wanting to try to create the steal still. If nothing else, use that guard to create a force.
I think it's gonna run okay out here. Just control's fine.
Jordan Peters' second stone of the 7th end.
Whoa! Whoa! Go ahead, Cole. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
And in the end, he does play the hit.
Great throw, really nice throw. Great throw, just straight.
I think Jock there just not wanting to, again, gift a multi-score end. Hoping the Chambers team will roll out. And
Julien Leduc now his second stone of the 7th.
I'm thinking like control there, considering how yours ran, right? Because I'd rather roll big than small. Yep. Same way as Jordan. Yeah. Just a nice 10.
Jock's had a couple of outturn hits over curl on him in this game so far.
I think ideally you'd like to see this hit and roll about 2 feet so that he's fully in the 8 foot in front of the yellow rock in the back of the rings.
Whoa!
And again, he knows his hits out there in the 12 foot. Corey Chambers with his first rock. I think this is the first time we've seen them play inside out, Keith.
Yeah, we were commenting earlier, a lot of teams nowadays prefer that straighter turn.
But he does play to the nose of it. Chambers lies 2.
Really a good spot here for the Chambers team, playing the wide open side.
2/3.
Jock going to take a run now at the double.
2/3, nice feel, like a 7-ish. Should run.
Jacques Gauthier with his final shot of the 7th. He faces a pair of Corey Chambers stones, side of the rings, looking at a double kill.
Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Yes, yes!
And makes the contact he wants. It'll leave Chambers the opportunity to blank.
I think Corey will be happy with that. Chance to blank and take the hammer to the 8th end. Up 1.
And the end is blanked. It is 3-2. Corey Chambers over Jacques Gauthier. After 7 completed ends, we'll be back in the Selkirk Curling Club with the 8th end.
If you grow up in a small town in this part of the world, you basically learn how to curl real young. The kids and even adults, they didn't have a place to go because so many facilities were closed. So people started gravitating to our rink and coming out and skating, curling. It became a place to come every weekend for so many families. We would see upwards of 70 people coming and going, on a given Saturday or Sunday. I think it means a huge amount to so many people. It's an opportunity for friends, family, everybody to get together, have some fun.
We're back in the Selkirk Curling Club. It is the Sunrise Morning Draw and number 8 of our feature game between Corey Chambers and his Fort Garry team, Jacques Gauthier and his Assiniboine Memorial team. Chambers scored a deuce early in the game, stole a single to go up 3-0. Gauthier with a well-played fifth end to score a pair, and that is our score after 7 completed ends. 2 blanks in 6 and 7, 3-2 Chambers over Gauthier. Team Gauthier with the center guard with their first stone. Chambers with last rock here in the 8th. Goes deep in the rings, deeper than he probably wanted to. Cole Chandler is the Gauthier team lead. His guard in front of the rings. Looking for a second long guard just over the hog line.
Looks okay, boys. Yep, yep, yep. Get her over. Great speed, guys. Shots.
Corey Chambers lead Stu Shields, his second shot of this 8th end. Going around the center guards from the outside. Doesn't get as buried as he would have hoped, so he brings it deeper into the rings. Gauthier will ask his second Braden Payette to play a freeze to that run, one in the back of the rings. Chambers' second man, Devin Weeb, is in the hack. And they rip off that close corner guard. And Jacques will ask for it to be replaced. Put a guard out there on that McMahon and Yates logo.
Gauthier team trying to avoid creating an angle with the 2 guards, so at this point they're happy to get that second guard covering the really the edge of the 4-foot, not the center line.
Hard, guys. Okay, good. Shot.
A little short of where he wanted. He would have wanted that to be another 4 feet. He needed to be on that McMahon and Yates logo. He's left a pretty routine kind of double peel on these 2 guards for Devin Weeb. The intern hit. He won't get them both. He'll take the top one off.
This tight. If you're in, that's fine, but try to be out.
As you heard Jacques say, butting the 12 into the top of the 12 is okay, but they really do want a guard more than they want to worry about being in the rings.
Take a guard at this point. Coach A team is shot rock in the back.
It's a little tight.
Back of the rings.
Kinda
Get
have
a
to
chance
go
to lie
early,
two
boys.
here at some point in the end.
Have to go. Gotta get as much distance as possible. You gotta go. Okay.
So now it's Julian Leduc. And he does have the opportunity to rip off both corner guards. The guard attempt not sufficiently deep in the rings, and he makes that double kill. Chambers team now in control of the end. Gautier's got a hit and stick over here to be lying a pair.
Coach A team could shift gears here a little bit. Get a chance to force the Chambers team to take one.
But this is the shot through the early ends that was challenging the Gauthier team. They were just not meshing line and weight together, and they were rolling off these shots.
Gotta go! Gotta go! Hard! Good shot. Good sweep, Cole.
This time, not an issue as he hits and rolls full 8 foot. Two rocks parallel to each other in the back of the 8 foot circle, and the force would appear to be in play. Julian Leduc's second shot of this 8th end. He'll hit, roll to the center line, but rolls right out of play.
What do you like here? We got some options we could discuss. We could always throw a guard. Oh, I'm not thinking center legs or guard there. It's sad that we just split, but we're gonna give him a double lock times. I think it goes over the top. These rocks are so lively, it's hard to dead knot this. I think normal curling club rocks, I like that. It's just that these striking bands are so thin.
Coach A team
You guys ever hate the guard?
contemplating line
about
2,
here?
playing the force. Both skips, 2 rocks remaining. Looking at throwing a guard.
Or putting it level,
Maybe perhaps
I think
daring
those
the
are two
Chambers
shots.
team to try and come around.
Yeah, it's still hard to dead jam with a laser, like, I don't know. We're really gambling with that. We still got the force. Stay down there. Stay down there. Stay down there. Flagness. We just have to get full 12, eh? Like, we can even be over here, it's fine. Thinking like mid 4. It doesn't curl as much this way
Chambers
as it does
team
the
with
other way.
second shot in the back of the house. Gauthier team looked at
No
this
point
spot here,
overthinking
made a
this, just
making
pick
a
shot
difficult
and throw
double.
it, I think. What's that? Yeah. You got lots of room over there. It'll really bust here. Like, I think you guys are gonna be kind of edge of 8. So, yeah, just get the speed close. I'll give you similar to what I gave you a couple ends ago with a nice release. That should be back 8.
You can hear the conversation, not wanting to make the shot any more difficult. Chance to just draw to the open side, lie to.
All good. It's good ad, boys. It's running a bit. Switch and go if you have to. Go ahead, yep, hard braid.
See the brushers switch there, trying
Far
to
as you
generate a
can,
little more curl.
far as you can. Go, 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 go. Great scrub, boys. Good, it's tough.
Doubles there. Corey's going to have a look.
At the very least, it's tough. I feel very energetic. Feeling great.
Corey Chambers throwing the Yellowstones, does have last rock. This is his first on the 8th.
I don't hate Braden's call now. I mean, he still has to make it, right? I mean, what do we want him to throw, a draw or a double for 2? I don't know, I think that this is a shot. No matter what, if he plays a double, he's rolling out, right? Like, I think so, yeah, even if we're here, it's still thin, right? Yeah, same broom. Yeah, maybe a little more, yeah. Yeah, just like mid-4-foot on the other, no, like, we want to wind up mid-4-foot, yeah. I like your call now, top 8, because then I think he's, well, he might. I think he's just throwing the hit for the 1, but who knows how that's going to run. You swept it the whole way, I agree. Same way, just lock it, I guess. I agree with you.
See there what they've settled on, chance to draw the 8-foot on the other side. Force Corey to make a decision.
I wouldn't think there would be much of a decision. I think Corey would draw. The risks related to trying that double don't match the reward.
Really, Carolyn? Just full 12, just full 12. Just full 12. It's fine, just full 12, just full 12. It's good, whoa, it's good.
It's got to be beating that yellow rock that you saw at the back of the rings.
I just kind of started that, I guess. I must have. Makes him think about it.
They've left a long double there that Corey can look at. Given the score, he may elect to just draw for 1. Could also hit the rock in the back 8-foot for 1. He's taking on the double, though.
He is taking on the double. Gets rid of 1, even if he gives up a steal of 1, he's got last rock, so that may be part of his logic. And the reward of the deuce in the 8th, a sufficient enticement. So it is Corey Chambers, final stone of the 8th end. Chambers leads 3-2. Looking at a fairly skinny double kill for a pair. Chambers with the in-turn hit. Stu Shields on the sweep. And over curls just that little bit too much. Under curls rolls across the face, gives up the steal of 1. It is 3-all. Chambers, Goche, after 8 completed ends. We'll be back with end number 9 in just a moment.
At Viterra, we believe in the power of connection. Our world-leading agriculture network connects producers and consumers to supply top-quality food ingredients each and every day. Our team takes great pride in working closely with farmers to help feed the world. It's something we've been doing for over 100 years. And as an industry leader, we're dedicated to playing a critical role in meeting the needs of a growing world. Because together, we're stronger and achieve more.
Sunrise Morning Draw brought to you by Sunrise Credit Union. Ninth end of our feature game between Jacques Gauthier and Corey Chambers. Chambers took on a double kill with his last shot on the 8th, a chance for a deuce, but rolled across the face of the second stone, gave up a steal of 1 to tie 3-all. We've got 3 other games on the ice. Keith Johnson, bring us up to date on those.
Over to our the A side of the playoff draw, the Calvert team currently up 5-3, playing in the 8th end. Mike McEwen, number 1 seed, with the last rock in that game. Willie Lyburn, since our last update, got 2 in the 6th, so he now trails the Colton Lott team. Colton Lott up 6-3 with last rock. They're also in the 7th end.
And in fact, Lyburn has just conceded.
And that is a real-time update.
Yeah.
Colton Lott now advancing to the 1-versus-1 game this evening. And over on the B side, Jason Gunlison did get 2 in the 6th end. They currently trail 4-2 to Ryan Weeb. Weeb with last rock as they play in the 7th.
Line's good. Line's good. Hard then.
Jacques Gauthier with the center guard, second stone by his lead, Cole Chandler.
Line's perfect, just need distance.
Needs to get separation, but wants that second center guard.
Go, 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 go. Great sweep.
Resby, we were talking a little bit about the double that Corey took on there in that last end. Given the score, they were up 1 with last draw. In the 8th end, certainly could have played for 1, gone up 2 in the 9th end, and still been in very good shape in this game. Interesting choice to take on that double, understanding the reward was there, but never an easy shot.
Well, yeah, an interesting decision to recognizing that for sure you're going to get one. I mean, it's just a complete unlikely miss to give up the 2. So for sure you're giving up 1, or you're getting one of the 2, but you're giving up a steal of 1, and you're kind of accepting the fact that you're willing to give up a steal of 1 when you throw that double kill on that particular shot. So his logic was he preferred to be tied with Hammer than down 2 without, playing in number 9.
Line's good, yep.
Gauthier team, of course, would be happy here
Line's
to
good.
steal
Back
or
guys.
force the Chambers team to 1.
Where are you? Just okay, just straight rock, 15-3, just here. In between,
Backside of the button. Colton Lott has beaten William Lyburn. Lyburn drops now to this B side of the playoff round, and the winner of this game that we're talking about now, the winner between Gauthier and Chambers, will play Lyburn on the next draw. Devin Weeb is asked to remove the guard, shot at the double peel, and makes it, rolls both guards out of play.
Great guard.
Terrific shot there from Devin Weeb. Gauthier team goes back to the guard. Really want to force a score here.
Halfway tight. Really curling. Get over, guys. Get over. Okay. Good sweep, guys.
Braden Payette just leaves it very long center guard.
Good. That's the job. That's the job.
And Devin Weeb in the hack for his second shot of this 9th end. Again, remove the center guard. Jordan Peters. Team Gauthier now in a position where they need to replace center guards. Chambers will continue to try to remove them.
We know how to throw one guards, I'll tell you that. What's that? We know how to throw one guards.
Really trying to entice Corey into playing a little bit here with those long guards. He is now going to go after Shot Rock.
Yeah, he has these. The guard is not perfect. It leaves a small half of the rock on the button exposed. Jordan Peters rock underway. Over curls, rubs that center guard. Won't be completely unhappy with it, although he would have liked to have moved it further off the center line if he were going to make contact. It does leave Jacques Gauthier the opportunity to play another center guard. He can come halfway in now and be just to the center line, because that side of the path on that other side of the center line has now been blocked.
Line's nice. Okay. Hit it a little, Cole, maybe. Line's good. Line's good. Line's good. Little Braden, maybe. No, it was perfect. Whoa, 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 whoa. Great shot. Great shot. Great shot. Great throw. Really nice throw.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Gets that center guard in play about 3 feet in front of the rings, and Julian Leduc is asked to make the hit on it. Possible now to think about running it through. Removes the yellow rock from the back of the rings. The red rock stays on the button with a center guard on it.
Unfortunate miss there for the Chambers team, leaving that guard up front. Gauthier team will get a little more aggressive here now. Chance to lie two buried as they start to think about a possible steal.
No, top 8. Make the run double hard.
Skip rocks to come in the 9th end. Jacques Gauthier now with the opportunity to use that center guard that was left by Julian Leduc. Came close to the run through to remove the rock from the button, but missed it. Took his own rock out of the 8-foot circle and left that guard touching the center line. Gauthier with one back edge of the tee line, almost fully on the button, and drawing now with his in turn to place a second one, top 4 foot.
Line's great.
Excellent positioning right on that center line. Chambers will play the run back.
Wanted to create a little bit of distance between the two red rocks in case this run back is not made perfectly.
Corey Chambers, first stone of the 9th. He's trying to run the yellow guard through, contact the red, possible red double kill. Picks out one of them. Gauthier lying one on the button.
Does get rid of the center guard. Gauthier talking about replacing the guard.
Eat a little more, like as long
Could
as
also
we're
draw and
kinda,
force Corey to 1.
as long as we're kind of tucked.
Take the hammer coming home.
Just hide it behind the corner and make them take 1. Speed should be the same here.
And there you did get the explanation from Jacques Gauthier. They go behind those corners, take away the double kill opportunity, force Corey Chambers to take a single. Jacques Gauthier's final stone of this 9th end.
Yeah. More kick, less out. Top 8, top 12, guys. Stay close line.
Needs to be behind those rings, the rocks, top full into the 12-foot circle.
Oh, you guys. Yeah, too much.
I think their sweepers gave Jacques just a little bit of heart failure on that one. That one is where he wants it, however, in behind the guards. Lying second shot. Corey Chambers.
We think back to the 8th end Resby and then this 9th end here. It's easy to argue that it's worked out to the Gauthier team advantage now. Chambers team discussing now, should they peel that rock on the button, give Gauthier 1, take the hammer to the 10th end, or play for the point? Become a common debate in curling circles now.
An interesting challenge, and we haven't, we didn't get any verbalization, so we really aren't in a position to tell you which they've elected to do.
We'll wait for the result and assume that's what they want.
We'll assume the result is exactly what they wanted, yeah. So the outturn hit is underway. Corey Chambers' last rock, 9th end.
And I would guess by the weight of this shot, their
playing
choice
the
was
nose
to take
hit.
the point.
And it is a Corey Chambers single point. 4-3 Chambers over Gauthier after 9 complete ends in our game from the Selkirk Curling Club. The 2022 Viterra Championship will be back with the 10th end in just a moment.
Half a century and 20 stores after they opened their first store, McMunn & Yates is still in your neighborhood. Getting involved, supporting consumer and contractor alike. A community building, helping build communities. McMunn & Yates, make it better.
Sunrise Morning Draw game brought to you by Sunrise Credit Union. Corey Chambers forced to take a single point on the 9th to go up 4-3. Stu Shields in the hack to throw the opening rock of the end. Our sponsor is Sunrise Credit Union, building a brighter future together. Chambers opening rock of the end.
They're going to throw the center guard here, and actually this one will slide to the 4-foot.
Objective for the Chambers team here, clearly to force Gauthier to a single, go to the extra end with the last rock. That would have been part of their conversation at the time they met at the hog line before deciding to play the nose hit on the 9th. Cole Chandler to play corner guard.
Hard early if you can.
Along with Sunrise Credit Union, our sponsors are the title sponsor, Viterra, Manitoba Pork, and Dynasty Curling, a proud partner of Curl Manitoba, official supplier of Curling Canada. Build your own dynasty.
GOJ team with the corner guard.
Get all the weight on that broom.
See how the Chambers team wants to approach this. They could throw the guard, effectively try and play even to steal the end.
Well, I mean,
You can see by the indication there, they are going to come into the 4-foot. Take a more defensive approach here.
The downside with whatever decision you make is it's got to be the right one, obviously. But with that corner guard, these two rocks happen to be in the wrong position. Hit attempt with the opportunity to roll behind the corner for Gauthier. And he does come top 12 foot. Nose hit, double to kill the two yellows is one option. Hit and roll behind the corner is the other. Cole Chandler's second shot of the end. Does get the nose hit. Bumps the rock off the button as well. Good result.
They won't be disappointed with that. Chambers team now forced to hit that rock. Might see the Gauthier team go right around the corner guard at that point.
This is Devin Weeb. His first of the 10th. And as Keith Johnson suggests, they'll go behind the corner. Second, Braden Payette.
Early if you can. Gotta go line. Gotta go line. Okay, do you need a rub? Whoa. Yep, you still have to go. Stay down, stay down. Whoa. Sit. Good sweep, Cole. Attaboy. 15.
Sweepers didn't take quite as seriously as Jacques would have wanted them to. His exhortations to sweep got very tight to that guard. It has, in fact, come out on the open side.
Jacques should know the sweepers usually have a good idea of what's happening with that rock. Corey electing to chase this rock.
He'll go with Devin Weeb's out turn around the outside edge of that corner guard. He doesn't want to leave any kind of backing here for them to draw to with. And he does hit and roll away. Leaves a biter.
Chance for the Gauthier team to make a better draw here.
Yeah, but we can finish it.
Braden Payette's second shot.
The line's nice.
Made that earlier draw. Drew open, a little tight to the guard. This one won't get quite as tight to the guard.
If anything. 14-7, it should be here. Yep, go ahead. Come on, bud. Lean on it. Great shot, beauty. Great shots.
Deep in the 4 foot, but more behind
You
the
pissed
guard.
though, buddy. Not a boy.
Chambers will follow.
Yeah. 15 and 14-7.
With Last Rock Goche team not afraid to play around that corner guard. Try and position a couple of rocks.
Stu Shields now on the sweep. Corey Chambers calling for that sweep to get to the red rock. Tap it back. Chambers lies too.
Nose isn't bad. You like control? Probably easier to navigate the hole that way. Nose is fine. Check curl for you.
Jordan Peters.
Clean.
As you heard Jacques Gauthier say, a little roll is okay, but he does want to be shot rock with this.
Hard! Hard! You gotta go! Really gotta go!
But he makes the contact and rolls right out of play.
Okay, not bad.
Interesting here now, Corey may elect to take that corner guard off.
That redstone in the back, 12-foot, still second shot.
Problem down there is if they do make the hit and stick, it's a rock that the Gauthier team could take advantage of.
So his options, as he indicates, go behind the corner himself or go behind his center biter. All the time in the world. We've seen some of our games get very tight on time, but the Chambers team and the Gauthier team have played very efficiently here this morning. Chambers still with 8.5 minutes left on his time clock. Gauthier with 6.5 left on his, with just 6 rocks to come here in the 10th end. So what have they decided, Keith?
Sounds like they've decided to come around the corner guard, try and sit two. Don't want to go deep here. Leave the Gauthier team a chance to freeze to it.
Julian Leduc's final stone of this 10th. The in-turn draw to the wings behind the corner guard. Needs to be full 12-foot. Just makes it behind that corner guard, well positioned.
It's all or nothing. You can also just go here. Might be our best call, because then he's got to freeze, and then we freeze. Lots of times, yeah. We could always... Like, do you have any of that, or no? Nothing. It's there to go across the top with, like, hack. Like what, Jordan? Let's call timeout.
Fair bit of conversation. As I said, there's
knows?
6 minutes left in the game, so time not a pressure situation, but still the Gauthier team does take their time out. Looking at options. Seems to me the one that Jacques favors is to play the rub and roll off the rock that was just thrown in the top 12-foot roll behind the center line.
That was my first thought. Is like the best result is right on the R.
It's a very difficult draw.
Well, we were saying you could always play a little chisel this sideways and go back here with like back 12 weight.
Oh, there's a chance they rub off that top Yellowstone wide open.
First and third if he made it, and if he not the run.
Also talked about drawing around the center guard, leaving Chambers with the relatively short run back.
That's true. Because, I mean, worst case scenario, Jordan, like we said, if it is a skips deuce, and you throw back 8 and you clank this over to here, it opens the corner back up, right? If I make both, we got a chance.
And then you still got the draw.
Yeah, I agree. But it's fully buried, right? And it's kind of one of those things where it's all or nothing, because if you hit our corner, it's terrible because that yellow's there. And if you go by, it's terrible. So it's really all or nothing. And I think this, we get a lot better results. Because you don't have to paper that guard. Like even if, like I said, even if you do this.
Conversation involving Coach John Lund, the timeout time has passed. He leaves the ice. This will be Jordan Peters' final rock of the 10th. The last of the third stones. He's elected to make the draw, as he said, I think, trying to draw to the R in the Viterra. Second R, it would be, for precision.
Well, we'll see how precise they are with this shot. They don't want to come off that top yellow one and sit wide open.
Okay. Where are you? Line's good. Okay, back in, yep, hard line. Hard!
Rock begins to run.
Whoa then, whoa. I think you're by. Yep, hard cool. Hard cool.
They lost it. Rolls off the yellow. Edge of the forefoot, leaving Corey Chambers the opportunity to hit and roll to the center line in the top of the forefoot behind his own guard.
Yeah, that's the risk they were taking with that shot.
Sorry, I called that wrong. I thought you were light. They were saying you were light.
Corey with a chance to roll here underneath his own guard.
He said right on top.
Would make what Jacques described as a skips deuce a little more difficult.
Sorry, buddy, that's my fault. How do you like our chances at stealing? I mean, already did, right? Like how hard are we pushing for 2 there?
Chambers with the open hit, an intern hit.
If I have a Hail Mary to win, I don't think.
Needs to hit and roll to the center line. You heard Jacques Gauthier talking to his team. What are our chances of stealing? He's talking about now. Are we still trying to score a pair here, or are we going to be content to take one thinking we can steal? Chambers makes the nose hit.
It's the break Jacques was looking for here. He's got a chance here. Can really hit and roll either way and put pressure on Corey with his final rock. While they contemplate their options, quick update for you. Our two top seeds are both trailing in the ninth end. Number 2 seed Jason Gunlison, after stealing 1 in the 7th, gave up 3 to Ryan Weeb. Weeb with a 4-point lead play in the ninth. Jason Gunlison, our number 2 seed, facing elimination.
You think that's big or small?
Number 1 seed Mike McEwen down 3 to Braden Calvert. They're also in the ninth end.
Right, yeah, we can hit it like a thick half, I think, almost. Easy. We can I think we go into that yellow a lot. So we can play it pretty aggressive for the roll.
So Goche's saying they can roll to the left off of that shot stone and maybe rubs the back of the yellow and sits fully in the 8-foot shot rock behind the corner guard. First stone of the 10th for Jacques Gauthier. Still trying to manufacture the skip's deuce here on the 10th. He gave up, forced Chambers to 1 on the 9th. Chambers leads 4-3.
Keep going, Braden!
And he does get the hit and roll. Needed to roll either further across in front of the rock in the back 8-foot or not quite as far to sit behind that center.
Sliver big, but I got fooled by Jordan's. Like, it was a sliver big, but I think even with easy, I think we're still nosing.
Corey obviously wants to make sure he gets the hit here. If he could get a little roll under that guard, he could make Jacques' single point even difficult.
Little roll under the guard forces Jacques to draw basically to the button.
Quickly, as we look over to sheet A, McEwen team has scored a 3 in the ninth end to tie that game. Braden Calvert with last rock coming home. McEwen trying to avoid falling to the B side and get to that 1-versus-1 game tonight.
Corey Chambers now with his last rock of this 10th, the in-turn hit. He's just going to peel out the red stone.
All he got for the win is that.
Well, I suppose there's some logic to looking at all we've got for the win is the long run double kill, but in the end, draw to the 8-foot circle to tie and go to an extra.
Never hurts to have all your options in good decision making.
But it brings it back to the conversation you heard Jacques initiate with his team 3 or 4 rocks ago. You know, how confident are we that we can steal? We're going to find out if he can make this rock draw just to the 8-foot. Final stone of the 10th end. Sweepers are on it and off it. Don't have to work real hard. Confident that their skipper is throwing the rock into the 8-foot, into the 4-foot, and he'll bite the button with it. It's for a tie, for all. Chambers, Gauthier. We'll be back with the extra end in just a moment.
At Viterra, we believe in the power of connection. Our world-leading agriculture network connects producers and consumers to supply top-quality food ingredients each and every day. Our team takes great pride in working closely with farmers to help feed the world. It's something we've been doing for over 100 years. And as an industry leader, we're dedicated to playing a critical role in meeting the needs of a growing world. Because together, we're stronger and achieve more.
We've got an extra end in our feature game from the Selkirk Curling Club. The Sunrise Morning Draw, brought to you by Sunrise Credit Union. Corey Chambers took on the possibility of a double kill in the 8th end for a deuce, gave up a steal of 1. Jacques Gauthier forced Chambers to take a single point facing 2 on the 9th. Chambers led 4-3 coming home. Returned the favor on the 10th, forced Gauthier to draw. Had to make a draw to the 8-foot, bit the button with his last rock, facing a couple of Chambers stones, so it is 4-all. Gauthier, Chambers, first rock of the extra end, the 11th end, and it is Cole Chandler who's asked to throw the center guard. High center guard.
Gauthier team starting with the high center guard. They'll look for a second guard.
No thought of playing the tick shot. Chambers decides to go around it to the center of the rings. Wants to curl up a little bit more than this. The rock put on the brakes as it got to the hog line there. But it works. It's a high, very high center guard. Devin Weed with his second stone, again removing that high center guard. Runs it through, rolls out of play. Gauthier will replace the guard at least once more. Braden Piat appears to have gone away without his broom. Maybe a foot or two deeper than what it was the last time.
Chambers team happy to remove just a top guard. Don't want to risk driving that second guard into the 4-foot.
I predict that after this guard is peeled, Gauthier will take another timeout and they'll make the decision. Do we go in now or do we throw one more long guard? Leaves a center guard just off the center line. A guard that Chambers didn't want to left there, and Jacques Gauthier does call timeout. We'll bring Coach John Lund out. Now they make the decision. One more guard, or do we play the tap at this point?
Chambers team line 2 here. They may make the decision to move into the rings now. It may take a couple of shots in order for them to be shot rock. They can see the entire rock on the right.
I still think you have to. I think Casey decided he doesn't want to rip. Maybe just the guards, the national guard, Western guard is hard. Let's go, buddy.
You can hear the conversation there. Jacques feeling it's important to leave their rock exposed in case they need to promote it.
They play the interned draw. Doesn't want to remove that yellow rock that's biting the forefoot, wants to be in front of it. Effectively, he's opening up a shot both sides. But he wants to leave himself the opportunity to promote his own stone.
Go ahead. Line's green.
Knows he won't be shot rock here after this, but will have, as you say, will have options.
Line's still good. Keep going, Cole.
And he does get exactly what he was looking for. He's sitting second shot rock and can follow that with a tap to remove the shot stone. Chambers team takes their time out. Lots of time on the clock, no real stress, but
Corey realizing he can't take away every shot here. No question, the slash or the tap on that rock that Team Goche just threw is the easiest.
second shot. Get this rock to curl up. Didn't get the guard to come up the way they wanted to. Have left the opportunity for Goche to play to follow his earlier shot and play the tap.
You can see about half the rock. Gives him a chance to throw a little bit of weight at it. Could hear Jacques explaining there, it's actually important that they roll away after contacting their rock.
Jacques Goche's first shot of this extra end. Gone immediately over curls, removes the center guard.
Interesting miss there. Probably made his second option a little easier. If he was thinking he was going to have to run those rocks back in on the center line. Corey's going to actually try and take away both shots right now if he can.
So Chambers comes to the hack to throw his first rock. He's throwing an out turn. He wants to throw a draw that just gets to the center line. Maybe just partially across the center line to prevent Gauthier from following with the hit that he threw last, but also to take away the run back. Nothing to it. Take away both shots. So Gauthier has gone to the wings to play the long angle slash.
The only thing left there, the Chambers guard actually made that raise a little too difficult.
So it's underway. Last shot of the extra end. Over Curl's nose hit. Yellowstone, winning point. Corey Chambers proves that his decision to play the double kill in the 8th end actually was the right one. Comes away with the win, 5-4. Corey Chambers over Jacques Gauthier. Chambers advances. He will play William Liburn on the next draw. Calvert dropped from the A side. He'll play Ryan Weeb, and Lott and McEwen have advanced to the Page playoff round. That is it for this draw from the Selkirk Curling Club, the 2022 Viterra Championship. We'll be back with another game on the next draw.
Half a century and 20 stores after they opened their first store, McMunn and Yates is still in your neighborhood. Getting involved, supporting consumer and contractor alike. Community building, helping build communities. McMunn and Yates make it better.
Eat. Meet.
Stay.
Canad Inn's destination centers are your home for hospitality, with 10 locations in Manitoba and 1 in North Dakota, featuring the finest in accommodations, food and beverage, entertainment, banquet and conference facilities, and so much more. For the best service and best value, your only stop is Canad Inns. Call today at 1-888-33-CANAD or visit us right now at canadinns.com.
Asham Curling Supply.
Superior fit, comfort, and performance. Asham curling shoes are the best we've ever used.
Hi folks, I'm Arnold Asham, and our product is always satisfaction guaranteed or your money back.
Asham Curling Supplies.
That's your best delivery of the day.
And the locker room celebrations are already underway, and they're going to be all night long. Here's a team who struggled early on.
Be a player. Bet with Manitoba Sportsbook. Play Now Sports.
Why not? Just watch. Why not? Keep scrolling, I slide. Why not?
As a broadcaster and Hall of Fame football player, I'm constantly in the lab of life. For 15 years, my friends at Not Auto Corp have been pioneers as well.
Why not?
Introducing Winnipeg Car Lab, custom car wraps, graphics, and auto services. Winnipeg, why not get in the lab?
If you grow up in a small town in this part of the world, you basically learn how to curl real young. The kids and even adults, they didn't have a place to go because so many facilities were closed. So people started gravitating to our rink and coming out and skating, curling. It became a place to come every weekend for so many families. We would see upwards of 70 people coming and going